today's video, we are going to be looking at the Toncur 40-inch mini trampoline, also known as a rebounder. I will be showing you how we assembled it, the benefits of a rebounder, and my thoughts on the product itself. So come along and let's go check it out. Okay, so let's get into this. So here we're looking at the 40-inch foldable mini trampoline, also known as a fitness rebounder. This particular trampoline comes with a foam handle that can be adjusted to 5 different levels. The 5 different levels have notches that can be adjusted at 31 inches, 34 inches, 37 inches, 41 inches, and 44 inches being the highest. These can easily be adjusted to fit people of different heights. The foam handrails are really great for keeping your balance and protecting yourself from accidents. If you feel like you do not need the handrails, keep in mind that they can be removed, so handrail is removable. Also, the jumping surface itself is 28 inches in diameter, so it's a perfect size for one jumper. This particular trampoline also comes with 6 rubber foot pads that can be put on the legs. It makes for a more gentle and smooth bounce. It's also quieter, and it's great for protecting your floors. The rebounder I purchased is made by a company named Toncur. I purchased it on Walmart.com for approximately $76 with free shipping. This rebounder is good for indoor and outdoor use and can hold a maximum load of 330 pounds. Okay, so now let's get into assembly. Here I have my beloved helpers helping me assemble this cool product. Basically, we took it out of the package and this is how it looks. My husband is pulling it apart, and of course we're not really reading the instructions too much. You know how that goes. So we're not really sure what to do, but we end up taking off the wrap that's around the edges to make it easier, and boom, just kind of opened it up. All you have to do is put the pressure on it and open it up. Then now we have to go back and put the wrap that was covering the edges. In retrospect, you really didn't have to take it off. We just were not really sure what we were doing. So here we are putting it back on. But you can go ahead and do it without taking off that wrap. All you have to do is put the pressure on it and lean hard into it, and it will pop open in place. Okay, so now we have the trampoline section ready to go, and we're going to start screwing in the legs. Here we are putting in the legs, and next we're going to follow with the rubber foot pads. I went ahead and used this type. It gave 2 options, but you can use this suction type if you prefer. Both, I think, work great. So if you are looking to use this trampoline with no handle, then voila, you're done. It's ready to go. However, if you do want to use the handle, then there's a little bit more to it. Here we're looking at the side rails of the handle section. So we're inserting the leg into the slot there, and this is going to attach itself to the side rails of the handle. We were having a little trouble getting it in, so we took out our trusty mallet and trying to give it a little help. We then went ahead and replaced that rubber foot pad, put it in place just to protect floors and make the bounce a lot smoother and softer. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did on this side on the other side, and we're now establishing those 2 rails on the side that we will be able to hold on to become a handle. Okay, so now that we have our 2 rails set up, we're going to go ahead and start attaching the handle in the center section. Unfortunately, our handle came with a little ding. As you can see, it's not a solid circle. So my husband went ahead and took a wrench and just kind of started straightening it out and kind of, fiddling with it until we got it into a nice solid circle so it would go very smoothly into the rail. Now, after messing with this for a few minutes, he was finally able to straighten it out and we got it to work properly. I wish that this tube would not have come bent and we would not have had this hiccup. It would have been a lot easier if the product would have just come how it was supposed to. So that was one little hiccup that we had. It wasn't a deal breaker, but it did delay the whole process of building the trampoline. Okay, enough about the negative parts. Here we have the trampoline handle in place, and now we're going to go ahead and secure it to the height adjustment that we want. And like I said before, it does bring different height adjustments, different holes to set the height adjustment. So you're going to go ahead and choose the one that you want. And take the screw and go ahead and insert it in place and secure it to the height that you like. And you'll go ahead and do that on both sides, both rails. Once you have those in place, you're going to do the very same thing underneath the trampoline section just to secure the handle onto the trampoline itself. And voila! Here we have it, our 40-inch Toncur mini trampoline, also known as a rebounder. This thing is really great. Here I am, jumping on it, enjoying myself. So nice on the joints, loving it. So the question of the hour is, did I like the Toncur trampoline and would I purchase it again? And the answer is obviously yes. I am really enjoying the trampoline. I feel like it's super easy to use and it's a really comfortable piece of exercise equipment. In my opinion, it is really gentle on the joints. It is so nice and soft when you're bouncing on the trampoline. I used to love to jump rope. I felt like it was such a great exercise for the entire body and for cardio. But I did notice that jump roping was kind of harsh on the joints. At one point, I actually even pulled a tendon in my ankle from jump roping so much. So I really feel like the rebounder is just a more comfortable, it's a more soft motion on the body and just a more gentle exercise overall. So yes, I am definitely enjoying it. Now, as for size, obviously you grab a jump rope, you just kind of tie it up, you stick in a drawer, and that's it. It's hidden and nowhere to be seen, and that is definitely easier. But the mini trampoline is small enough that it can be tucked away somewhere quite easily. If you don't use the handle part on it, you could literally just tuck it in under your sofa or even under your bed, and no one would even notice it. You pull it out when you use it, and it's just a very small piece of equipment. So I really do like that it is small and compact and not in the way. Even when it's fully assembled, it's, you could put it in a corner and it's not a big deal. Now, as for the benefits of using a trampoline/rebounder, trampolines are known to build muscle. As you are bouncing on the trampoline, you're using all different sorts of muscles in your body. So it's really, really great at building muscle strength. It's also known to improve bone density. It improves balance, coordination, and motor skills, which is always really great because as you get older, you need to keep that in order. You don't want to be someone that's falling all the time. So coordination and motor skills become very important as you age. And let's not forget your heart. It is an awesome cardio exercise. I get on that bouncer and I'm on there 1, 2, 3 minutes, and I'm telling you, my heart is pumping out of my chest. It really gets the heart pumping and gets everything moving. So it is definitely a great cardio exercise. And also, it's fun. It's a fun thing to jump. Think of your childhood when you used to jump and you were a kid, and it was just a fun thing to do. So being that it's fun, it relieves stress. It makes you feel good. Another thing that maybe a lot of people are not aware of is that rebounding is actually really good for the lymphatic system. When people are dealing with lymphedema and those type of conditions, physical therapists actually suggest that you use a rebounder to get everything moving and get those toxins out of your body. So very good for the lymphatic system. And believe it or not, it's actually a really great alternative to running. A NASA study found that trampoline jumping is actually 68% more efficient than running or jogging. So there you have it, guys. That is my honest review on Toncur's mini trampoline, also known as a rebounder. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a lot of information out of it, and I hope it was really helpful to you. Remember, things are not cheap. We as consumers need to know what we're getting into before we just go off buying products. With that being said, if you like what you see here, please be sure to like, subscribe, and maybe even comment. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next video. Bye-bye.